Okay, I thought I'd do a video on how to remove the box that's your seat sits on top of. I'm in the process of trying to replace my rotted out floorboards. As you can see, they're in pretty bad shape. But the rust continues along the bottom. It went under the rubber floor mats and it continues along, and on the front of the box it's pretty rusted out, and then the rust continues underneath into the box and all along the door edge here on the rocker panel. I've already started to I've actually got this all cut out, and I decided to make a video because I've learned so much off of YouTube. This is my first video that I kind of like to pay it forward and show others how I've removed this. I'm sure there's much better ways. I'm trying to do is the least amount of body work as possible, and so I'll show you what I've done. I mean, not everybody has a plasma cutter, so that's what I used to cut the box out with. And I also, well, I'll just start from the beginning here. I took a just a regular wood chisel and took it and did inside the box and went under and pushed it through and tore as you can see, the whole box is off. I've already done all this, and I pounded it through from inside the toolbox and broke all the spot welds off along the flange, all the way along the front here, and all along this edge here. And then I purchased off of Amazon, I purchased a spot weld cutter. Let's see what I did with that. And so along the edge in the corner here, where that's at, I drilled them out. And basically this spot weld cutter has teeth. Let me get the light here so you can see it, get it to focus. It doesn't want to focus. Anyway, it has little teeth all the way around it, and this tip of it is spring loaded. So you take a center punch and you punch right in the center of the spot weld. What I did is I took a polycarbonate disc, just made for removing rust and paint, put it on my 4-inch grinder, and I ground down until you can see where there's just a little bit of paint left. That's where each spot weld is. And then you just take a center punch and you punch in the middle of that spot weld, and that makes a spot for the little spring-loaded tip on the cutter to go into the center of the hole there, and you just put it in your drill and drill it out. So anyway, I did all that. There's spot welds up here on top. See, there's one, you know, here that holds the corner piece in, but they're also out here, here, and here. They're all out here, here. I wanted to take it all the way back, but and take the whole top off of this. I thought that would be cool, and I could get in there, cut everything out. But like I said, I don't want to do a lot of metal work. So along the back side of the cab, on the underneath side, that's all spot welded, and there's another layer of metal under that. So I didn't want to do that. So what I did is I cut it back far enough so I can get full access to the part of the floorboard that I am going to replace. So I'll show you what I did there. I took this, I purchased this. It's just a magnetic knife holder. There's a mount for the back side that this pops onto, and it's made for holding butcher knives and things like that inside the kitchen. You mount it on the wall. But what I did with it is because there's no way to clamp a straight edge, I just put it down, you know, like that, and it's on there solid. Then I took my plasma cutter and I just ran right along the edge of it as I cut, and I just cut. And I came here and I cut, and I'd already drilled all that out and took that out with the spot weld cutter, the edge, and then I cut. And I cut, and I stayed. I didn't want to, in the impressions where they took an impression, I figured that would be hard to weld up later. And so I stayed away from those. I'm going to walk over here and get a clip that I'll show you that I'm going to use to weld this all back together. When I weld it back together, there's these clips. You can get them at Harbor Freight Tools, and they're butt weld clips. So you take this little pin out right here, and you put it on the bottom side, and then you put that like that, and it'll hold it perfectly level. And then you spot weld, and then you pull them out, and then you just reach underneath and pull the little pin out. I'll actually have to crawl under the truck in this area and these areas right here to pull it out, but I cut all the way through both layers of metal. So then I'll come back in, weld this, and that's that. So that's how I cut that out. And I'll show you what it's like underneath here. So this is all cut out now. I pulled this, like I said, I cut out the spot welds all along here. Here. There was nothing on the bottom, I don't think. Well, yeah, there was. I just used a chisel to chisel that part out from underneath. So basically, I pushed that back before I did the spot. There, that comes out. So there's that piece. I'll be able to use that again. I'll just clean all the rest off of that. Still good metal. And that's what it looks like after that. I really didn't need to bend that piece up because I'm not going to be removing it, so kind of wish I didn't do that, but that's alright. I'll beat that straight with a hammer. So then, like I said, all the spot welds are along the bottom edge, the bottom flange of this seat, and then there's the whole piece. Let's see if I can get back far enough so you can see it. There it is. So I'll be placing the flange on there. There's the flange of that, and there's the floor. So you can see it's got another layer of metal under there. And I cut through both pieces of metal. And then I cut across there and came down there. So now I got a clear shot of the whole floor. I'll be replacing the entire floor. Anyway, I mean, sure, lots of people have done it different, and this is just my way of doing it, and I hope it helps you out. Thanks for everybody that's helped me out on YouTube. This is, again, why I'm doing this video, because I've learned a lot from what others have done, and this is my first video, and I just figured, hey, I'll pay it forward and show what I'm doing. Thank you.